Hi everyone. I want to talk about hate, and this has been a prevalent energy in my own life because I used to hate myself. And I don't use that word lightly because I really actually completely severely hated myself. And that is what led me to depression and suicide. And I was thinking about the topic of hate and what hate means. And there's so much hate in the world we live in today, all the time and everywhere. In the news, predominantly, you notice it through all countries, all types of races, all religions, everywhere. There's hate prominent in our culture, in our life today. And as I was thinking about this, I was contemplating what exactly is hate. And A Course in Miracles says it really well. Hate is just a cry for help, and hate is a lack of love. That's what hate is. Where there is no love, there is hate. That is the only way you can know the energy of hate and be an expression of an hate. And there are two types of hate. There's hate that's projected outward, and there's hate that's projected inward. Outward hate is terrorism, is bullying, is kids going around and shooting other kids, is all the heinous activities you see in the world, like murder and homicide. That's all outward hate. That is hate of oneself that is reflected outwards onto other people and onto other things, holding them at the cause of your suffering. And that leaves you feel like a victim. And when you feel like a victim, what you want to do is you want to hurt and hate other people because you feel that will soothe your pain, that will soothe your suffering. And you feel that's the right thing to do to kind of get your way. And there's inward hate, which is the hate that I had. I had inward hate, where you're constantly blaming yourself. You are maybe causing harm to your body. Maybe you're cutting yourself. You're trying to kill yourself. You are drinking too much. You're smoking too much. You are over addicted to something. That is inward hate. And that hate is both types of hate actually are very, very destructive. But the inward hate is what leads to depression, is what leads to one taking their own life, and which leads to you living in this complete mindset and this space of suffering and pain, and you feel so small and constrained, and that's what leads to you taking your life. And that's where I was. And what helped me, I guess, understand this and move away from this and decide that I don't want this anymore is I just came to the point where I no longer wanted to feel the pain anymore. I no longer wanted to live with hating on myself anymore. And I just remember just being like, I want to end my life. There's nothing here for me. This place sucks. I'm ready to go home. And I know an intuitive voice came forth and said, keep going. And I didn't physically, literally like hear a voice, but I heard a voice. It's very energetic based. I heard a voice that said, keep going. And for me, I took that as a sign, as I have to listen to it. And I listened to it, and I promised myself that I would do whatever it takes to understand the opposite of hate. I knew what it was like to hate myself, and I was a pro at hating myself, and I was very, very, very familiar with hate, and we were very good friends. And I promised myself that I would know the opposite of hate, which is love. And it has been a journey since then. This was almost 5, 6 years ago that I've understood and cultivated what love is and what it means to love myself and what it is to be a being of love and be a love child of God and who I really am and what love feels like and what does living a life filled with love, with the presence of love, in the awareness of love looks like. And the unfoldment of all of that began when I started pointing out or asking myself, why am I hating on myself? If hating on myself doesn't feel good, shouldn't I change it up here? Should I do something differently? And that's when meditation came into play, where it helped me to really understand my thinking and help me kind of calm my thoughts down. And I like to use the analogy that meditation is like you take a bottle and you're spinning it and spinning it and the sand is going everywhere. Meditation is that settling of the sand, and it settles and you feel clarity. You could see through the bottle. There's kind of calm there, and that's what happened. My thoughts started to slow down. At first, it wasn't an easy process. It felt very difficult to sit down for 5 minutes and be in stillness with myself. My thoughts were so loud. They were like wild animals running rampage everywhere. But I realized the more I showed up consistently and committed to it, the easier and easier it started getting, but the lighter and lighter I felt. And I started asking myself a lot of questions. And this is where journaling comes in. Journaling is an act of self-inquiry. You journal to get to know what's going on inside. It's like a conversation you're having with yourself, and you put your emotion on the paper and you say, emotion, I feel a lot of hate to myself. What is going on here? And you have this conversation with your emotion, how you're feeling, and it brings a lot of clarity and awareness to what is really going on and why you're really feeling the way you're really feeling. So if you're someone who much rather hate themselves than love themselves, I will tell you it's not worth it. It doesn't feel good. And you'll probably agree with me too. It doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't serve you. And most of all, it doesn't serve the people around you, because when you're hating on yourself, you're so busy also hating on other people. And that will come out as snarky remarks, or it will come out to the extreme where you feel like you want to kill someone or you want to kill yourself. So drop the hate, pick up love, and realize that with love is healing. And if you want to heal, you have to choose love. And it's a choice. It's a choice you can make right now in this moment. It's yours to have. Choose love and affirm to yourself, I choose to see this differently. I choose to see this with love, and love is the answer. I hope this message serves you. Tell me in the comments below how your day's going, and tell me something fun about you, an interesting fact about you, because I want to know. Have a great day. Sat now.